Unless the quality matters and life matters, nothing really matters.
Like you founded Caliber Technologies with a vision to make an impact on the quality of medicines produced in our world. And how did you decide which problems to solve next?
So we started this company in 2001. It also started as an opportunity from Dr. Reddy's. They were struggling to implement one small software.
Okay.
And then we came up with saying that, okay, why not we replace that with some innovative technology. If you look at entire manufacturing or quality systems of pharma industry, all departments have to coordinate to do something. So what would remain still is like data is remaining in silos and inter-department communication is still happening in the paper. The quality assurance manager was too adamant saying that when I say 100% paperless, it has to be 100% paperless. And then he should not have any paper in the laboratory. That was his challenge for us. And then finally we created that first paperless laboratory in India.
So in today's episode of Pharma Now's podcast, I'm thrilled to have with us Mr. Sekhar Surabhi, founder and CEO of Caliber Technologies. As a trailblazer in pharma digitalization and quality management, Mr. Sekhar has spent more than 2 decades helping regulatory industry companies move from paper-based chaos to fully integrated digital quality ecosystems. Under his leadership, Caliber launched India's first 100% paperless lab and today offers a robust suite of 16 plus solutions spanning quality, laboratory, manufacturing, and data and insights, helping pharma companies across 16 plus countries stay compliant, efficient, and future ready. From pioneering lab automation to driving the global uptake of Pharma 4.0 tools, Mr. Sekhar's vision is simple yet powerful. Quality matters because life matters. So let's dive deep into his journey, the evolution of life sciences quality system and what the future holds for pharma manufacturing and compliance. So welcome Mr. Sekhar, how are you doing?
Thank you very much, Sekhar Surabhi. Thanks for having me.
We are really thrilled to have you over here. And the audience would really like to know about your journey. Like you founded Caliber Technologies with a vision to make an impact on the quality of medicines produced in our world. Looking back, what was the original spark that made you believe a digital quality management platform was needed in the pharma?
Very good question. So let me start with my journey. So we started this company in 2001. So prior to that, I was into instrumentation, plus also I was managing a commercial test house for pharmaceuticals. So we found a niche where there's a sort of cusp of technology and then as well as the regulations coming up. So technology was evolving from client servers to web technology and entire quality systems from a paper-based quality systems to electronic signatures and electronic records kind of electronic way it was coming up.
Yes.
So looking at those two things which are very important for pharma. So we started this organization with fortunate to have Dr. Reddy's as our first customer. And then the journey was really fabulous from there. Though, the entire journey is like sometimes roller coaster, but it's enjoyable.
Okay. So Caliber's journey started with legacy of LIMS and evolved into a full suite covering labs, manufacturing, quality assurance, and data insights. What were the major milestones in that evolution? And how did you decide which problems to solve next?
Yeah, see, when you look at our journey, which started at 2001, it also started as an opportunity from Dr. Reddy's. They were struggling to implement one small software.
Okay.
And then we came up with saying that, okay, why not we replace that with some innovative technology. So we could do that in 1 week's time and then complete it and do it. So that's where, they trusted us and then they gave us entire, automation. Then we started with that one. So as we evolve, when we started, it was like paper-based automation was getting into like information technology automation only. That means instruments were not connected at that time, but entire information about the quality was getting into the application, and then they could be like digitalization.
Okay.
So as we progressed, the regulations started going stringent, and there was one very good regulator in India who was coming from FDA, and he started talking about data integrity, getting into all the systems, and then talking about, unless you integrate the instrument, it would really be not, data integrity cannot be proven for that one. So with that, actually it started a very different era.
Okay.
So a lot of companies started looking at instrument integration. We were ready with the solutions. So we could start with that, the complete integration of instruments with the laboratory, with the labs. So we had an opportunity of, implementing our first paperless laboratory in India, and that was the beginning. Now today, if you look at, I think we have more than 50 companies which are completely paperless through our systems, and it is growing. For example, now we have got top 10 companies all using our Caliber LIMS with completely paperless kind of approach. So that's a very interesting thing. So while we were in this journey, so auditors of focus started, they started focusing on quality assurance from quality control. So our lab systems are all for quality control, but the auditors started focusing on quality assurance, and then they started giving a message to all the industry team that quality assurance is your area, so you need to come up with a very good system and manage it. It's not that we have to manage it. So that's when the entire shift of how quality has to be managed really happened in India too. That means when the quality has to be managed by the company, it has to look at the systems rather than a pointed solution. So they need to establish complete policies, implement them, and then see that how it is trending and then how it is making the systems better. So making that quality speaks always is the responsibility of the industry. So that's how our second vertical, quality assurance, started working on. Right. Okay. So we established a second vertical called quality assurance, wherein the process management, document management systems, and then the training management systems. So all three products evolved from the our basket. So as things progressed, FDA and all regulators started focusing on, okay, now quality control is done, quality assurance is done to some extent. Now let's focus on manufacturing. The entire, the focus of regulators shifted to manufacturing. So while we actually came up with the manufacturing automation solution quite some time back, but that was not picking up because regulator focus was not there. Yeah. So once the regulators started focusing on the manufacturing too, it started really picking up. Now in the manufacturing area, we do a couple of solutions like electronic batch records, and then we got electronic e-logs, and then we got IPQC. Then we also do a complete automation of the manufacturing equipment and then get the data into this one. So we do a different approach where companies can actually build entire automation and a staggered approach. I mean, they can start with maybe e-logs and then go with electronic batch records creation, then go with execution, go with IPQC, make it 100% paperless. So if you look at the opportunities keep coming, yes. I mean, we keep a watch on what is really happening, and then we start adding this one. So in 2015, very interesting thing happened. FDA and ISPE put together, they came out with guidelines for quality metrics. So quality metrics is looking at how good is a company in terms of quality for a product, for a plant, and across the enterprise. So they would they were trying to come up with quality metrics on looking at what is the capability of a company to manage the quality, and what would be the risk factor they can actually reduce by maintaining the quality. So if the risk is less from the company, their FDA's audits will be lesser, surveillance will be lesser. So it actually saves time for the companies too. So it makes a very good sense to have quality metrics built into the entire process and thinking, so that the companies can manage it and then plan it and manage it also. So that's how the third revolution happened. So quality control to quality assurance to manufacturing to quality, the quality metrics is a big change. So when you look at the quality metrics, it's all about data and data analysis, and look at how data can be leveraged to look at what sort of quality metrics I can build, what sort of capability metrics we can build. So in that process, we built another very good stream of products.
Okay. So from here, what I understand is like where there were opportunities or the gaps which came or arise in the industries, that was filled by evolving decade by decade or year by year, and whatever the industry needs was given to them back by Caliber Technologies.
Yeah, absolutely. So one very important the factor in Caliber is, rather I would say in our DNA, is learning. Okay, so I have been associated with ISPE, International Society for Pharmaceutical Engineering, for last 15 years.
Okay.
And then that was running in my company campus rather. So while we were doing that, we used to get industry leaders to our campus, and then we used to have very good discussions on that one. That would give us complete picture of what is really coming up, what is the problem industry is facing, what regulators are looking at. So these are the challenges and opportunities we put together and then start working towards that. So this gave us the clear roadmap on what we should be doing and what sort of innovations we should be bringing in. So that's how it is. Now, if you look at the latest trend, artificial intelligence is the big one now.
Yes.
Right. So we have imbibed that entire artificial intelligence methodologies, and then what industry is looking for, what we should do, and then we brought in a stream of products which would help industry in using the AI, as well building a very reliable quality system through that one.
Okay. So I think as the requirement is fulfilled in the industry, we need to keep changing, keep evolving with new things and new technologies and tools. I think this is how we should serve back to the industry.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So these are too many things you have been doing. There must be challenges you have faced or your team must have faced. Can you share one of the challenge which you faced, and it was like maybe a very major thing to tackle, and how did you tackle it?
Okay, I probably tell you a very interesting challenge what we had. We were working with a company in Bangalore, and then they gave us a URS to work on. Right, in the URS, there was in the bottom line saying that it has to be completely paperless and it has to comply to our SOPs. Right. Okay. So we never observed those things. That's a problem, isn't it? So we signed that, and then finally we started the project, and that quality assurance manager was too adamant, saying that when I say 100% paperless, it has to be 100% paperless. Right. So every balance, every pH meter, every instrument in the company, and then everything has to be connected, and then he should not have any paper in the laboratory. That was his challenge for us. So that was a big challenge, but we said we never went back on any of the orders we signed up. That's the history of the company. So then we said, okay, we are committed. Let's try to work on that one. So our team really, we did a wonderful job on that, and then finally we created that first paperless laboratory in India. Wow. So that actually became a very, very good milestone for us, as well as a case study to showcase. So from there, we started working. Today, we can connect any instrument with ease, and then we can complete the projects very quickly compared to any company in the world. So that's the thing what we could achieve through that challenge.
Great, congratulations, sir. Okay. Now Caliber spans lab, manufacturing, quality and data and insights, essentially enabling an integrated quality ecosystem.
Correct.
How does this holistic approach benefit a regulatory company as compared to disjoint legacy systems?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. This we have been advocating for quite some time. If you look at automating any particular department or a function of the quality systems, say for example I do lab, so lab systems would actually stay, lab data and systems would stay only in lab. So if I automate something like quality assurance, so that data will only live in that place. But if you look at entire manufacturing or quality systems of pharma industry, all departments have to coordinate to do something. So what would remain still is like data is remaining in silos and interdepartment communication is still happening in the paper. And there were a lot of delays in between, between these two departments, communication between these departments as one of the bigger challenges. Not only that, when you look at one problem coming out of one department, it is not just because of that problem, that department. That problem could have happened because of some other department or something else happened somewhere else. So how do we map it? We can map it only when we have got connections between these two things. So that's when we talked about integrated quality management. You have lab, you have quality, you have got manufacturing, you integrate all of them, and then you could probably take a better decision, and then you also know like what is happening across the company. So that was a thought process. Then we came up with the data as the integrated quality management. But today, if you see that, it is actually necessity. Reason being, if I want to look at any data analysis, like what is happening across the industry across the company for a quality management, I need to look at what effect of this particular department has got on another one. So for doing those things, you need to have integrated approach and bring entire data onto one platform. Once you bring the data onto one platform, then you can do a lot of analysis.
Yes.
So unless you have that sort of bridge of all the silos and then bring the data, the data is of not much of use. You cannot really, data becomes data, but data is not intelligence that time.
Yes.
So you bring in everything into one place, that becomes intelligence to take a decision.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So culture and people remain critical even if you digitalize everything.
Correct.
From your journey, how do you drive a shift in mindset from doing things manually to trusting digital first among team who use like legacy workflows? So what was the mindset shift that you...
So definitely cultural shift will never happen over a day. Okay, it well said, like Rome is not built in a day. It has to take some time. But when they start using automated systems, the trust slowly gets built up. And the moment they use the system, they know that they cannot make certain mistakes because system itself corrects. System itself has got a lot of interlocks. It's like checks and balances of each and every workflow. So they will not be in a position to make some mistakes too. That actually culturally brings them to a platform saying that unless I do it in the right way, unless I do it right for the first time, I cannot go further. So the system will not allow them. So that actually changes the entire cultural practices of them. And then they would always think at least 2 steps ahead. How do I make this right for the first time? If I don't do it right, I will have to enter into deviation. It will be recorded. So all those things would actually happen. So for that reason, the culture slowly builds up, saying that, I would probably have to work 2 steps ahead and think about how to do it right for the first time. So that actually changes the entire paradigm of the automation and the quality management.
Correct.
Yeah.
In a smaller or mid-sized pharma firms that may resist digital transformation due to cost, how do you convince them that investing in a unified quality system pays off for long term?
See, quality systems or technology of quality system is an investment, not an expense. Okay, so you need to invest into that to get a long-term benefits about that one. See, today if you look at if it is a paper-based one, the time they spend, the money they spend on the reviews and approvals is actually too much, which is not probably accounted properly, right? So if 10 analysts are working, there are equal number of people working on reviews and approvals and quality assurance, right? So the moment you put the technology into the place, into the action, so all these checks and balances need not be checked again. It's like review by exceptions. That means only when there is an exception, the review is required and approval is required. Otherwise, system really flows on its own. There are controls which are like self-disciplined controls, so they would just flow on, and then they actually spend very, very less time on the review and approvals, which is actually too much of cost saving. If you look at the cost of people too, the higher they are, the more they're expensive, right? So that way you actually start saving so much then. Not only that, the very important thing what you need to do is at the time of audits, if there is an automated system, it actually saves a lot of time and money, effort, and then maybe the reputation too. So today, most of the audits are happening in the conference room. they just open the LIMS system
Yes.
and then show them like, okay, what is that you want? You ask me, I'll show you. Or here is my credential, here is the credentials for you, just go and check it. So that's the openness they've got, because they are very confident that if they are using LIMS or any automated system, they cannot go wrong because system will catch their itself.
Yes.
Right? So once the system is clean, you're always open to show anything and everything to the auditor. So auditors also have got that openness to look into what things they wanted. They actually go by the chain of things. So click, 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 and then go to the deeper things and then see that everything is fine, good. Go ahead. So that way it actually saves a lot of time, money, efforts, and a lot of things.
Okay.
So it actually investing into any right technology is really, really good, and it's an investment, not an expense. So I think with that argument, a lot of companies actually get convinced on that. They see the benefit out of that.
Yes.
More than that, they also see the problems of not implementing this one. Okay, the moment you don't do that, you have problems in future.
Yes.
So there is no knowledge transfer, there is no hand-holding on that one. So a lot of issues too. So that's the reason, people get convinced and people are convinced, and then getting this automation done. India is really doing very well in automation now.
So actually they are saving cost in a long run.
Correct.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So they need to understand that part. Yeah. And once they crack that, then even mid-sized companies can do investments in such things.
Absolutely. It's like many mid-sized companies, or almost all, are thinking about technology very well. And then India has seen tremendous growth in terms of IT technology investments into quality management. So they're really doing very well.
So what is your take on automation and technology? Like there are young people coming into the industry, and there are like people from different industries. They are coming into pharma. They are taking this as their career. So and being automation and technology now as like the pharma 4.0 digitalization world. What is your take on that?
I have seen the entire journey of pharma industry growth in India. Okay. Earlier, say like if I divide them into 10 years, so earlier like decision was more on the quality control people, like I want some automation for this one. Then quality assurance came in saying that, yeah, you will have to do that, and then it's a requirement for them.
Yes.
So from a place where these automations are required, decisions are made by quality control, quality assurance. Today, every decision is made along with an IT person. Okay.
Oh.
So if I look at any purchase or the procurement process, in the procurement process earlier it's a quality control or quality assurance. These are the two people involved. Then it started IT people involving as a support team. Okay. Now IT is a decision making team. So it would say that this particular technology is good for maintaining it for longer and then managing it for your data. Right. Oh. So that sort of technology integration along with quality is happening. Actually, now they have become inseparable. So there are a lot of opportunities for say technology people in pharma, because technology and pharma quality are completely interlaced. Because if you look at, I was talking about a quality matrix a while ago. Quality matrix is what? Completely data sciences. So data science is what? Complete IT again. So if you have interlinked or interlaced kind of things which are inseparable. So there are a lot of opportunities for technology people in IT too.
Okay. So what does success looks like for you and Caliber in next 5 to 10 years? More labs, deeper automation, AI, or deeper global penetration?
For Caliber, the success is more on patient safety. How do we make companies stronger in terms of managing their quality? And of course, the business top lines and bottom lines are also very important. So for us, what we see the success is more on getting deeper into North America, Europe, as well as even Asian countries are picking it up. So the global expansions is one of the key things what we are looking at, and we are pretty strong in US too, with North America, then picking up in Europe. Then I think that's going to be one of the bigger turning points for us. And our team is actually now growing very well. We're about 700 people now, and it might probably grow to about 1,000 in next couple of years' time. More in terms of supporting them, educating them, training them. So these are the things what we are going to do. And we're also improving on the technology every day it's technology is changing every day. So we are adopting them quickly. So there are big research teams, big innovation teams are there. So for Caliber, the DNA is on the innovation side. So we come out with many firsts in the world. So that will keep on going, and I think we would be ever innovating.
Okay. Like in your introduction, as I said, that you live to a motto where quality matters because life matters.
Yeah.
Why that quote?
See, when it is when you look at our entire product suite, the product suite entirely works for quality management in pharma. What is pharma working for? Pharma is working for our safety, our human, quality of life. So if I'm thinking about my end customer, then I would probably make a better product. Okay, that's what Sekhar said. You care for customer. That's what they are. And not only that, when you look at the entire chain of the activity what goes on, we are supporting pharma. Pharma is supporting medical healthcare. Healthcare is supporting the person. So the end customer is going to be that person who actually is taking all your medicines supported by your systems. And who are they? We are all there. Yes. We all care for each other. So unless the quality matters and life matters, yes, nothing really matters.
At the end, patient matters.
Definitely. Yeah.
One last small advice for the young pharma leaders today.
Young pharma leaders today?
Yes.
So pharma is actually, particularly in India, is at a very, very good stage now. And then it's probably about 27 billion today. And then they're looking at by 2030, it should come to about 130 billion. Okay. So which is a huge jump. So pharma has to really now look at how do we improve the quality, and then improve the quality by culture, right? So do the right things for the first time is going to be the important thing for all the young pharma professionals who are joining. And of course, the seniors are really looking at the quality very, very meticulously now. If I compare India pharma quality, it is second to none. Look at vaccines, we are number one in the world, and a lot of good things happening. And I'm sure pharma is going to be an exciting journey. It's going to be a very important industry for India too. And whoever wants to or whoever wish to come to pharma, it's a great time to be in.
Completely agree. Right. Yeah. One quick rapid fire round, sir. Paperless Lab, love it or hate it?
You have to love it.
Okay. One word that defines Caliber's mission.
Quality and care.
Quality
and care.
Care.
Yeah. Okay. That care could be our people, care could be your people. Yeah.
Okay. If you weren't in pharma tech, what career would you have picked?
I would probably pick again innovation or application innovation. That would be my pick.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for coming in to today's podcast, and we are really grateful for this conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karami. Really pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.